Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find that in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their free tabletop RPG, the Red Roleplaying Game. This is a generic tabletop RPG able to handle any sort of setting or genre that you can think of. Remember, it's free, you will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today, I am continuing my review series featuring Ars Mechanica. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review series featuring this 30 years war waged by Titanic Walking Engines tabletop RPG that includes solo rules, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about becoming a pilot, training, scars, and secrets. To pilot a machina is not merely to grip its levers and make it move. It is to shoulder its doctrine, its smoke, and its memory. Training varies wildly by faction. The Catholic League maintains rigid academies, where recruits are subjected to theological purification, for example, while the Protestant cells often rely on mentorship, battlefield initiation, or desperate improvisation. Common phases of the training include cradle conditioning, that is the cultivation of endurance and composure under heat, pressure, and deafening noise. You also have temperament trials, which is a series of tests of the pilot's mental bearing and bodily rhythm. You also have mark reading, instruction in the recognition of command marks, burn-etched inscriptions, and battlefield portents. You also have the rite of initiation, a formal or improvised induction marking the first union of pilot and frame. But beyond official curricula, every pilot carries their own unspoken rituals. Scars are part of the uniform. Some pilots suffer burns from broken furnaces. Others develop tremors, deafness, or insomnia. A pilot may command the machine, but it is the engineer who ensures the command is heard. Combat technicians are the unsung saints of the march, serving as artificers, smiths, quartermasters, among other things. The best of them can hear a failing valve by ear alone. Repairs are conducted under brutal conditions. It is not uncommon for a technician to crawl through steam-choked bentways, stitch shattered plating with hammered rivets and binding wire. As long as he gets the job done, it is all part of the duty. Between pilot and engineer, there forms a bond closer than command. It is a pact of breath and both. Now, what about passions? What drives a pilot to war? In Ars Mechanica, passions are not merely narrative tools. They represent the convictions, ghosts, and tethers that move a pilot to act in the face of exhaustion, failure, or certain death. Each pilot selects 4 passions, from a list included. When a pilot acts in accordance with one of their passions, they may gain a bonus to the task at hand, recover 1 effort or 1 stress, or even gain 1 experience. The core passions are duty, burden, fervor, connection. They are pretty self-explanatory, and they have their own nuances apart from the usual bonuses, both thematical and mechanical. When it comes to campaign advancement, experience, recognition, and rank, pilots in Ars Mechanica do not gain levels, they change. Experience is gained by acting on a passion, succeeding against overwhelming odds, suffering defeat and enduring it, making difficult choices that reshape relationships. Experience points can be spent or banked to gain a new perk or improve a skill. Recognition is tracked through insignia, commendations, or bureau reports, depending on faction. This may affect access to better machina or field engineers, political complications or expectations, or perhaps changes in how non-player characters react to the pilot. Rank, meanwhile, can be narrative or mechanical, that is, assigned command of multiple assets, temporary tactical control, etc. In Ars Mechanica, perks represent the hard-earned edges, privileges, or instincts a pilot acquires through battle, belief, or circumstance. You have various examples of these perks, such as Battle Hymn. You carry a song or phrase that stirs the old blood. Once per session, rally a unit from panic, despair, or retreat with a few words. There is also Cold Synchronicity. You act first in the opening round of combat if in a machina. You do not flinch, and your frame knows it. Your frame knows it. There is also Steel Gospel. Before a mission, deliver a speech rooted in conviction or myth. Your crew begins the engagement with +1 effort. And these are just a few of many examples. You also have a skill list, including things such as force, gunnery, machina handling. There is also fieldcraft, logistics, repair, rigging. There is also espionage, lore, negotiation, occult. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to talk about effort, skills, and consequence. It is such a powerful way to communicate the hardships that these pilots endure by having all of these thematical and mechanical elements when it comes to character creation. These men and women, they feel so capable in their actions, in their feats during this 30 years war period of uncertainty. I think it is great, and you will never have a shortage of character concepts because of all of that. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not telling stories about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.